Hey there, and welcome to another Kidlit Lunch Critique. So today we have a story from Don and Cathy Garden. Thanks, guys, for submitting your stories. So they're curious if the dialogue here feels authentic, which is a great question for picture books because sometimes dialogue is necessary, other times it's not. But the key is no matter if you're going to choose to use dialogue or not, it needs to drive the story forward. It needs to be moving that plot. You can't just have your characters standing stationary, right? So let's dive in and read Don's story. Little G wag wiggle waves. Hello. Motors roar, air brakes hiss, lights flash. Beat stumble stomp stampede down bus steps. Kids offer little G good mornings greetings. Hi little G, love you little G. Pa high fives and head pats. Little G loves her job as a school therapy dog. She helps kids feel comfortable, calm, and confident. This morning, little G wag wiggle waits. Anna, new kid, approaches. Sensing Anna's anxiousness, little G nuzzles against her leg. It's little G's go-to move, but Anna is in no mood. David joins them. Little G gives his knee a good morning paw pat. He grins and says, good morning, but Anna walks away without responding. In the classroom library, little G wag wiggle watches. Anna paces back and forth. Her fidgeting fingers search the shelves. Little G, sensing Anna's frustration, moves closer, sits at attention, and tilts her head to show. Anna, she's ready to listen. Anna leaves the library, uninterested in little G's companionship. Time for recess. Little G wag wiggle waves. Let's go. Okay, I want to stop there because I'm finding the story a little bit hard to get into. And I think there's a lot of things going on here that could use some fine tuning because it's a cool story. I love the idea of a school therapy dog. I think it's really great that you've added in this problem with this one kid. It really gives us that story goal. We're kind of rooting for Anna. Like, can we get her to just smile and be happy? I mean, heck, little G's a dog. How can you be sad, right? And so you have a good concept here. You have a really cool idea. It's just some of the way that it's being implemented, I think, needs a little bit of tweaking to really bring your reader in. So you have little G, wag, wiggle, and wave. And we haven't really discussed titles specifically in lunch critiques. We talk about it a lot in Kidlit Writing 101 and Kidlit Academy, but your title needs to let them know what to expect from the story and what they're going to get from it. And so it doesn't really help to set you up here when you have wag, wiggle, and wave. And I know you have that as a repeating line, which I don't mind. It's just we're having troubles grounding it into a scene. And it's really hard to kind of get into the story in the beginning, because even though you have like motors roar, air brakes, lights flash, like we don't really know what little G is. We don't know what she wants. We don't know what's happening or where we are because of the words that you're choosing and the style that you're choosing to tell this in. Now, it could work if you wanted to put in a couple of illustrator notes. You don't want to be putting in a ton of illustrator notes though, so your words do need to be doing a little bit more work. But motors roar, air brakes hits, lights flash, those don't really have anything to do with it. Honestly, the fact that she is a school therapy dog and that it's her job to make kids feel calm, comfortable, and confident is the important part. We don't actually care about the bus or how they get off the bus, right? We need to get there faster because this is a picture book and we're talking about small audiences where we need to keep their attention. Having these short, fun, snappy sentences is great for picture book voice, but you still have to have a purpose for them and a reason behind it. So little G wiggle, wags, waves, hello. Kids come into school. She's a school therapy dog. And it's her job to make them feel calm, comfortable, and confident. You probably don't need all of those. I know that you're playing with alliteration, but just it's her job to make everyone happy or just like really get to the point. But when Anna, new kid, approaches, little G gets to work, but Anna is in no mood, just getting it to there faster and kind of leaving behind some of this creative writing. Frances Gilbert, who is an editor with Doubleday, she's a really big editor. She actually gave a really good review recently that said like, because we always want to put in this flowery, fun writing, but just get to the point. Like, if it's not simple and clear, no one's going to get it. And so people are actually not going to get as invested and enjoy your story as much as you're going to want them to, based off of, the way that you're playing. Sometimes I think we try a little too hard. I know I do. I try too hard in my stories because you're always trying to be creative and you're trying to put in, unique ways of saying things, but simpler is better, but still choosing those strong verbs and, putting in the onomatopoeias when it's necessary. But remember, we're always driving our story forward. It takes us a really long time to get to what even the purpose of the story is, and none of this is important. So I would cut it, especially because that type of style doesn't continue throughout the story. So just making it clear and getting it in there. And I would toss in an illustrator note just at the beginning that just says little g is a dog. So that way we can kind of get situated in the story a little bit more, because little g, wag, wiggles, and waves. I almost think they all need to have S's on here, wags, wiggles, and waves, because it doesn't seem to flow right. I don't know why. There's something about that that's not working for me. But then you'll understand that she's a dog, and then you won't have any question. You won't be like pulling your reader out of the story, just being like, who is she? What is she? And then if you get here faster, it'll also help too. So great job. I think it's a super fun story. Just go through, really pull out the things that don't matter, get to the point, and make sure that that's where your flow is coming from and getting into that fun energy of a story, even though this is kind of like a hard concept. So awesome to start. Great work. Can't wait to see your next draft. And if you guys would like to get a critique as well, remember that the link to sign up is below in the description. Thanks so much for tuning in.